We have beautiful days ahead of us. Now, if you look out here this morning, you see frost all on the ground. But it's not going to stay that way. That sun's going to come up. It's going to warm the day up. They're talking about temperatures up into the, high 60s, maybe even 70s here within a few days. Now this morning, notice the frost on the windshield. It's still a little chilly out here, and I'd like to do some more work on this motor. A lot of YouTubers have said, hey, your alternator's woggling around when the motor runs, and of course I've noticed that too, but I kind of like it when y'all tell me what to do. I used to didn't, because I was proud and I thought I knew everything, but the older I get, the more I understand that it's okay if people tell you stuff, because sometimes they're smarter than I am. And if I just realize that, it makes my whole life a lot easier. So here's what I was thinking about that alternator thing. I had originally thought about doing some work up here to stabilize this bar. But I don't think that bar is very unflexible. I think it's quite, what am I trying to say? I think it's quite sturdy. But I have a point here on the back side of where this mount is. This mounting point here. Let's go up here. That goes like all the way through there, and that mounts onto this bar. It mounts onto that, and so I feel like these 2 points are pretty solid. But what could use a little work is a point right here on the back side of this alternator. And if there was a piece that ran down here from that point and then had like a elbow in it and came to this bolt right here, that would put an additional connection between these 2 points. And there's all kind of ways I could do it. I could put a little bend in here and a little bend in there. I could come straight out and make a L shape with a little twist in the end. But if I manufactured that and put it right there, I believe that would do a pretty good job of stabilizing this thing. It's not really very loose, but it does vibrate a little bit when the motor's running. I think that would just about fix it. Now what I want to do is plug in my heater, because even though it's going to be warm later, it's a little chilly now, and I'd like to go ahead and get out here and start doing some stuff. So I'm going to grab this wire over here. I'm going to take it over there. This is my heavy wire that runs from here all the way across the top of the door. That's on I think a 20 amp breaker. I need a heavier breaker for this heater air conditioner thing. So I'm just going to plug this into that. And then I'm going to turn this heater on. I'm going to let it work its magic down here, in here. We just let that run. That way, after a while, when I decide to bite the bullet and come on out here, it won't be quite so frigid in here. I feel pretty good about this motor. I'm very close to getting ready to do whatever comes next on the Rambler to put it in. And I'm actually excited about that. To the point where I kind of want to not do this and go down and do that, but I figured, no, let's go ahead and do this. Get that out of the way, and then when I do go down back to work on the Rambler, then everything will be in good order.